Greetings, my name is Caleb Smith. First off, I want to send out a very special thank you to the whole team of Foundr Magazine. Thank you guys for this opportunity, once in a lifetime. Starting off, I just want to do a quick little intro of why I believe and why also I know that I'm the best candidate for this open position. First off, I think that one of the most important things is, as a journalist or as an interviewer, you are a storyteller, so you have to have a great drive. And I think that I've exhibited that throughout my whole college tenure. Although I am an undergraduate and I graduate this May, I know I may not have the 10+ years experience, but at the same time, within these 4 years, I've maximized to its full capability of everything that I could have possibly done as a young journalist. Throughout my time, I started off college as a young athlete playing sports, playing football. After I stopped playing sports to focus more on academics and life after sports, I immediately immersed myself within the field of journalism. Throughout school, high school, grade school, I always was a broadcaster, I always did morning announcements, but I knew that I wanted to take it to a whole nother level. So throughout that time, when I was a freshman at Reinhardt University, one of the first things I did, I became active for RU Television. And with that program, I was able to be the head interviewer, so I was able to interview the school president, athletes of the week, artists, people who were just active on campus. And throughout that experience, I was able to connect back to that first thing that I think is so important, and that's drive. So with that drive, I was able to work hard, and also I was able to learn something that's so important as a journalist, is that you have 2 ears and you only have 1 mouth. So you really have to listen, and you are just simply having a conversation with somebody. And I think that that's become a lost art somewhat, is the element of conversation. So we all have to sit down, we all have to talk, because everybody has a story. Whether you're on a flight, whether you're on a bus, going to class, talking to a professor, everybody has a story. And I think that Foundr Magazine is able to exhibit that with your platform, and also knowing that you guys bring attention towards founders, towards CEOs, towards business people. And right now, so many people want to learn more about finances. Financial literacy is a big wave right now, and I think that it's here to stay, because people want to learn how to make real money and how to sustain a great life at the same time. So I think that with my drive, I'll be able to connect. And also, I think with my personality as well, I think that you have to be very outgoing, you have to be very personable, and you have to connect with people. And I think that I exhibit that. And what other way to best show that to you guys? By also showing some of my interviews in person. One of these interviews that I'm about to transition to right now will be an interview that I had with the Georgia State Honors College. When I first transferred to Georgia State back in 2017, I became one of the leading journalists for the Georgia State Honors College after I was accepted. And it is for The Grind, where I talk to and I interview Honors College recipients, people who win scholarships, awards, all that good stuff. So through that experience, I was able to connect with so many people. So right now we're about to show a quick interview, a quick little snippet of some of my interview skills with a recent interview that I had when I had a quick sit down with some really cool students. Check it out. People, what's going on? It's your boy Caleb Smith for The Grind. And I know some of you are probably wondering, what is The Grind? It is a student media platform presented by the Office of National Scholarships and Fellowships, and we highlight the scholarship experience. And speaking of scholars, we have 3 scholars to our left. And if you guys can, just tell them your name and the scholarship that you all applied for.
All right, my name is Lucy. I'm a senior at Georgia State University majoring in chemistry, and I had an honor to apply for RU programs and actually got accepted, so.
That's awesome. The chemistry major, that's hard.
It can be challenging, but it's not impossible.
Perfect,
yeah.
Perfect.
All right, I'm Samaria Henry. I'm a junior political science major, and I applied for and was accepted into the US-UK Fulbright Summer Institute last year.
Awesome.
My name's John. I'm a music composition major, senior, and I applied for the Gilman Scholarship, and I'll be going to Cuba in May.
Awesome. And starting off for you guys, congrats. And I know that scholarships, it's this thing that some people think is like impossible, or, you know, I can't apply for this because I'm not qualified. So for you guys, being completely honest, were you guys somewhat scared when you first applied for your scholarship?
I would say, of course. I think everyone will agree to this. Of course, it's scary because you know a lot of people who are out there that you don't know of, but they're also equally like qualified and overly competitive. So the fact that you have to compete with them it can get kind of overwhelming, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was definitely intimidated by the process at first, especially with my process. I had to write 2 different samples and 3 different short essay questions.
Wow.
And I know they'd be grading my writing, and it's like, well, are there people out there who can write better than me, who have had better experiences than me?
Right.
But ultimately, it was just about believing in myself. I wanted to do the program, and I know I wasn't going to get in if I didn't apply. So
That's cool. How about you, John?
Honestly, try not to think about the competition.
Right.
Yeah, and I just thought about what made me unique in the application process, and just looked at, kind of tried to see what they were looking for, and that's how I wrote my essays, and happened to work out. So.
Cool. Hopefully from the interview you were able to see a great conversation that I had with all the panelists. And with that conversation, again, I think that exhibited something or somewhat of some drive of how, or knowing how to connect with somebody and knowing how to be personable, how to talk, communicate. And I think that another example that I will have is a podcast interview that I had with my main man, my mentor, Christopher Daniel. We're about to play that right now. And I think that this exhibits something as well when it comes to just connecting and simply having a conversation. And I think that sometimes we like to overanalyze things, or we like to overdo things when it comes to interviews, and especially as journalists, without realizing that the most important thing is you have to put yourself in the shoes of the people that's watching the video. And so many times I see podcasts or things where people aren't connecting with the person, or people aren't thinking, hey, if I was watching this thing, how would I want for the interview to go? So it's all about the conversation. It's all about listening to that small minor detail, which could lead to a whole nother conversation. And also you can get a different dynamic, and you don't get the same generic responses. So this is my interview with Christopher Daniel. You guys check it out.
What's up, good people? My name is Caleb Smith. To my right, I have
Joshua Blander, aka Fair Conscious.
and in the middle, we have the hottest journalist in the game in the city,
No doubt.
aka the best professor that you could ever find at Georgia State,
No doubt.
aka the GOAT,
No doubt. Professor Daniel.
Professor Daniel, also known as Uncle Chris. Thank you for coming onto the show today.
You guys are too much. I appreciate it.
That's what we do. You were like, what, a living legend at State right now.
He's the godfather. He's going to show us the ropes. He's going to take us around.
Exactly. We are here because of this man right here. So,
To whom is given, much is required, man.
thank you. So, Professor Daniel, so humble. Can you just explain to everybody what you do on a daily basis somewhat? Your profession, your trade.
Sure. Well, currently I'm visiting faculty in the Department of Communication at Georgia State, where I specialize in digital journalism courses. So I teach a lot of the basic news writing classes.
Hopefully you all thoroughly enjoyed that interview, because I enjoyed the whole process. I enjoyed talking to him. You always learn from Christopher Daniel. This last interview, this last little snippet that I want to show is a great conversation I had with Mr. George Greenidge of Georgia State University. I currently also work as a student fellow for the SIF program at Georgia State, where we focus on technology, we focus on programs that can uplift the community. And one of the things that we particularly focus on is homelessness, which is a very prevalent issue within the city of Atlanta. And also we focus on innovation for students where it comes to access to new technologies like podcasts, or like things that I'm doing right now, talking on a camera. So just exposing people to new technologies. And George Greenidge actually was one of the people that recommended for me to apply for the program, and I was able to thankfully be accepted into the program and earn another paid position besides working at the Honors College as well. So in this conversation, we talk about how students can be similar to me or George Greenidge and apply, get involved. And also we talk about how the history of Atlanta has always been innovative. So hopefully you guys learn from this. And I like to call this edutainment, where you get education and also you get entertainment at the same time. And I would love to keep that wave going for your platform as well. Check this out.
And George, starting off right now, you have a great campaign that's going on. Wait till you see my degree. Can you talk about that? And also Greatest Mind Society.
Yep. Greatest Mind Society was started when I came to campus 5 years ago. One thing I saw at Georgia State was that they had a really extreme diversity plusness here on campus. We had lots of different people from different ethnicities. And I'm from Boston, so it's really interesting about Boston is that, you know, you really don't see that kind of diversity on campus.
Hopefully from this quick video, you were able to just get a quick insight and somewhat of an understanding of what I can provide to your platform. Closing out, I think that I am someone that can provide a younger audience, and at the same time I can connect with a different demographic and still connect everyone. I'm still young, but at the same time I'm not too young, and I can connect with people. And I think that when they see me, that they'll see themselves. They'll see someone who is just like them. And also I can represent a brand new generation of people who want to become financially literate. I know myself, that's one of my dreams, to just learn more when it comes to finances, or CEOs, entrepreneurs, and I know that my friends, the same thing. I know so many young entrepreneurs within my own circle, and I think that this would be a very beneficial platform to talk about those things, interview some really cool people, be a journalist for your magazine, for your platform, because digital media is taking over. And right now, why not have someone who can connect, who can have drive, and also be personable as well, and provide education with a little sprinkle of some entertainment as well. So thank you all for the opportunity. Hopefully you guys keep me in mind, and I hope to hear from you soon. I'm Caleb Smith. Thank you.